Why are narrow-gauge railways used for adventure trains? Imagine winding through mountain passes, slipping into hidden valleys, and reaching remote villages that seem untouched by time. This is what makes adventure train journeys so special. Now, you might wonder why these trains often run on narrow-gauge tracks. Well, it all comes down to their unique design and purpose. Narrow-gauge railways have tracks that are narrower than the standard gauge used by most mainline trains. Standard gauge tracks are about 4 feet 8½ inches wide, but narrow-gauge tracks can be as slim as 2 feet or even less. This smaller width is not just a coincidence. It's a smart choice for adventure trains. These tracks allow trains to make tighter turns and climb steeper slopes, which are common in rugged landscapes. Mainline trains need wide, gentle curves and flat terrain, but adventure trains often go where bigger trains cannot. Narrow-gauge tracks can weave through mountains, follow river valleys, and pass through dense forests with ease. This ability to navigate tricky terrain opens up routes to breathtaking sights that are otherwise impossible to reach. Building narrow-gauge lines also costs less. They requiring less land, fewer materials, and simpler engineering. This makes it easier and cheaper to create routes in remote or difficult areas. For adventure train operators, this means more scenic routes can be preserved or restored without huge expenses. The trains themselves are smaller and lighter, which adds to the experience. These trains often have vintage cars and steam locomotives, giving travelers a nostalgic feeling. Because they are lighter, they respond more closely to the terrain, making the ride feel more authentic and immersive. Passengers often notice a bumpier ride, but many find it adds to the thrill and charm. From a travel perspective, these trains are often part of a larger journey, like a cruise combined with overland adventures. They serve as a bridge to explore local history, culture, and natural beauty in a way that road trips or standard trains cannot match. Many of these routes are preserved as historic attractions, offering a glimpse into the past with vintage engines and classic carriages. They are perfect for travelers who want a memorable experience beyond the usual cruise ports. Logistically, narrow-gauge lines often connect to larger networks at transshipment points. This makes it easy to transfer from a cruise ship to a scenic train ride, creating a seamless travel experience. In essence, narrow-gauge railways are chosen for adventure trains because they can reach spectacular, hidden destinations, provide a more intimate and engaging ride, and fit perfectly into the broader picture of cruise and rail travel. Their ability to access remote, beautiful places makes every journey feel like an exciting discovery.